Today's training will cover superframing with a FLIR research camera. First, you'll want to make sure you're connected to a FLIR science camera that's capable of superframing. This is typically an A6780 series, an A8580 series, or any of the X series cameras. First, you want to make sure you have a live image with your camera. It looks a little blurry here, but this is actually oversaturation with the image. I'm looking at a soldering iron, so this is a very high temperature object. If you look at the bottom of the color bar, you'll be able to enable clipping or saturation colors, and this lets you know where in the image you have saturated the detector. So what this means is that the temperature of the object is outside of my temperature calibration range. In the camera controller, you can see the temperature ranges that the camera is currently calibrated for. We have a -20°C to 55°C, a 10°C to 90°C, 80 to 200, and 150 to 350°C. Currently, we're only looking at the target with a single calibration range. That's the -20 to 55°C. If I want to see, say, room temperature up to 350 degrees C, all in one image, I can do so using superframing. In the drop-down, I'll select superframing from the list, and then I'll click on the calibration ranges that I want to use. If I want to include all four, I'll just select all four. Now you notice the background is flickering. That's because currently it's cycling through each of those presets. If I click on the A, then I can show superframing, and this combines all of the calibration ranges into a single image. So now you can see that I'm measuring from 20 degrees C all the way up to 350 degrees C. There's still a little bit of saturation at the very tip of the soldering iron, so I would actually need to measure with a neutral density filter and a higher calibration range if I wanted to measure higher temperatures than 350°C. You'll notice in the superframing module that the maximum frame rate has now decreased because each frame requires the same integration time to collect. So if you're collecting 4 separate calibration ranges, the frame rate will be reduced by 4. In this case, I actually know that nothing is very cold in my image, so I can remove the 0 preset, and now I should be able to go a bit faster frame rate. This is the A6783, and I'm connected over GigE, so this is the maximum frame rate we can get with this camera.